It is a quick comparison video of Staib and Vollmer Milanese mesh bracelets. There's not a lot of information about Vulmer, although there's a lot about Staib, so it is probably more informative and show you why you shouldn't get Vulmer because of the lack of quality in comparison to the Staib bracelets. So first, this one here. This one's a Staib 20mm lug width bracelet with what was it? This is the polished finish, 3.6mm thickness of mesh. They say butterfly clasp, and I think this one is in that 130mm configuration. And next I got here is this another Staib bracelet. This one is with the diver extension clasp. Still have some stickers on it. You can see here, just like that, and it's diver extension. I have this, I think the standard length is 150 on this one. And this one is 22mm lug width, 3.6mm thickness. And this was in the brushed or matte finish. So yeah, I got this first polished Staib 20mm a couple years back, and so you could already see a lot of scratches, but maybe you could tell the difference between the polished and brushed version if anyone's curious about that. And this is the Vulmer bracelet, and this is 22mm lug width, fold over clasp here, and this is what they call in their satin finish. So plenty of information about Staib, so I'll go over the Vulmer and things you're probably not gonna like about. So main point is this, you could probably see already, is these welding or joint section between the mesh and the clasp, or even the spring bar section, whatever you call that. It just stands out like a sore thumb. It's very ugly. If I could bring it closer, I'd show you, but you could really see that soldering or welding points. It's not very even, and some sections are short, and it just really makes it ugly. And the clasp, I guess you could hide the clasp area with whatever these clasp link sections are, but on the spring bar it'll stick out because you don't have integrated end links. It's just a straight bar end link. So yeah, that is not the prettiest. And for about $100 plus, or I don't know, around there, I'd expect better quality. So yeah, and you could really see on the back, that is horrible. That is ugly. And I don't think this is a one-off issue. I got this from Long Island Watch, and I sent them pictures, and they said that, yeah, this is standard quality of Vulmer, so don't even waste your time or money with them. Fork over the extra money and get the Staib. And the finish, you know, they're all different finishes, so you can't really compare in regards to that, but man, these soldering is ridiculous. Also, yeah, you got a stamped clasp. I knew I was getting a stamped clasp, but I didn't think it'd be a big deal, but it's, yeah, after seeing that welding, yeah, this is not a keeper here. So yeah, stamp clasp with these hollow stamped links, whatever. You take out these bars or whatever to shorten and lengthen however you want. So yeah, and another point that's not good about these Vulmer bracelets is the thickness of this section where the spring bars go into, or I guess the end links or whatever. It's very small and thin, and if I could get the Staib here in comparison. Can you see that? Look at the Staib is very substantial. It's in almost equal thickness of the mesh, so it flows very cleanly. But here on the Vulmer, it's a little thinner than the mesh itself. I forgot to mention this mesh is I think they advertise as 3.4 or 3.5 millimeter thickness, and just by handling it, it feels more than 0.1 millimeter, 0.2 millimeter difference in comparison to 3.6 of the Staib. If I had a caliper, I'd measure it, but here I'll put it up side by side so you could see. Maybe you could tell on the camera, I'm not sure how the difference in thickness is. Bring it up closer. So yeah, that's the difference. And yeah, I think that's about it. The points of differences I've noticed about Vollmer and Staib. And yeah, honestly, just go with the Staib. It's worth the money, extra money. Yeah, it's almost double, but don't waste $100 on the Vollmer to get something of this quality of Milanese. Here, let me point out on the Staib where the mesh meets the end link. It's really smooth, and honestly, you can't tell where they welded it together, soldered it, or that joining section is just really clean. The transition is really smooth. And yeah, you get milled clasp, and it's especially noticeable on the butterfly version where it has nice finishing right there, although no one's ever gonna see it unless it's just you opening it and closing it. But another point of appreciation. So yeah, yeah, that's about it about Vollmer and Staib. So and oh yeah, and one thing I wanted to point out is a lot of websites advertise this Staib bracelet, the one with the direct extension, regular length as having, what was it, minimum length of what, 135? But to be honest, it's looking like a little more than 140. I have it at the shortest configuration as well, with the smallest micro adjustment point, and has both of the removable link pieces taken out. So yeah, buyer beware. I'm gonna just keep this and do a little mod on one of the extra links, so then I could use it to shorten up this section here. I'll make another video of it once I get it done. So yeah, that was a comparison. If you got any questions, leave them in the comments below. Maybe someday I'll get to you. All right, thanks for watching.